Imagine friends. There is a forest where birds sing, deer play, and everyone is happy. But suddenly, something happens in that forest which is very painful. Cries and screams are heard everywhere. Animals are trying to save their lives. In this chaos, a tiny little bird does something from which we learn the biggest lesson of life. So let's move towards this story. Once upon a time, there was a dense forest where every animal lived peacefully in their own homes. But one day, a terrible fire broke out. Trees, plants, bushes, everything started burning. All the animals ran away in fear. Even the nearby villagers came running. They picked up buckets, soaked clothes, and began trying to put out the fire. At that moment, a small bird sitting on a tall tree saw all this. There was fear in her eyes. She could have flown away to save her life, but her heart said, "If I go away, then my home will also burn. Maybe I can't save the whole forest, but at least I must try." She flew towards the river. She filled a few drops of water in her beak and dropped them on the fire. The flames were still fierce, but the little bird did not stop. Again and again she brought water and dropped it on the fire. At the same time, an old owl sitting nearby laughed and said, "Oh, foolish bird, your drops are of no use. Such a big fire will not be extinguished by you. Why are you putting your life in danger?" The bird was tired. Her wings were trembling, but her eyes were strong. She said, "Maybe my drops cannot extinguish the fire, but when this forest turns into ashes, at least I will be able to say to my heart that I tried. I cannot just sit and wait for others. I will do my part, no matter how small it is." The owl became silent. He had no answer. A leader of elephants was watching all this from a distance. Hearing the little bird's words, he too felt inspired to help. Then he called all the elephants of his herd. Together they went to the river, and with the help of a long log, they diverted a part of the river towards the forest. The bird also helped them, and slowly, the fire burning in the forest was put out. Friends, from this story we learn that defeat in life comes the day when a person stops trying. No matter if the step is small, but if the courage is big, then one day that small step can become the beginning of a great victory. If this story has touched your heart, then don't just keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs a little courage today. And if you also promise, like that little bird, to never give up, then right now, like the channel, subscribe, and write in the comments, "I will never give up." Till then, stay motivated, stay strong.